Nearly 400 years ago, the pressure cooker was invented by Denis Papin, a Frenchman. Since the pan is fully closed, pressure builds up during cooking. This high pressure increases the boiling point of water in the pan to approximately 120 degrees centigrade. This way, any foods in the pan will sooner be done. Cooking in a pressure cooker saves about 70% of time and 50% of energy. Cooking in a fully closed pan offers the additional advantage of hardly losing any flavors and avoids mixing flavors of different foods cooked at the same time. Any pressure cooker offers you these advantages. Fissler's Blue Point, however, offers you additional advantages over and above any of the other pressure cookers. Closing the pan is very easy and requires no strength. By means of the blue button, you can switch the pan into pressure cooking mode. If you switch the button into cooking mode, you can use it as a regular cooking pan. On the inside of the lid, you will find Euromatic, which allows the pressure to build up. This pressure control responds to the pressure in the pan by pushing out the blue point, after which the pan was named. Finally, you will find a safety valve in the lid, which makes sure the pressure can never build up too high. The blue point will, as stated, emerge, and when two white rings are visible, this means that the pan has reached a sufficient level of pressure. Fissler's pressure cooker offers an additional important quality, its base. It may be used on all stove types. The combination of different materials and its thickness guarantees perfect heat distribution and a highly energy-saving cooking method. The pattern of joints on the bottom side of the base makes sure it will stay flat forever. On the inside of the pan, you will find two lines indicating the maximum allowed fluid level. This is important if you use the pan for cooking soup or other liquid dishes. Fissler's Blue Point has two solid handles which guarantee a good and safe grip on the pan. Cooking in Fissler's Blue Point only requires the addition of a little water. Then close the pan and switch the blue slide button into the pressure cooking mode. Turn up the stove's heat to its maximum level. The water in the pan will start to boil. You can tell it is boiling if you see steam escaping from the valve. The steam displaces oxygen from the pan, which prohibits oxidation and consequently quality loss of the dishes you are preparing. The pressure in the pan will build up quickly and cause the Euromatic to shut. This is a unique advantage of these pans. During the actual cooking, no steam will be released from the pan, so you will hear no hissing sound, smell no nasty smells, and your food will retain its optimal taste. When pressure builds up, the blue point will emerge. Whenever a dish requires gentle cooking, you should reduce the heat as soon as the first white ring appears. During the entire cooking process, you should only see the first white ring. This means you are cooking at 110 degrees centigrade. Whenever you require a fast cooking process, you should not reduce the heat until you see two white rings. Then, a cooking temperature of 115 to 120 degrees centigrade has been reached. To show you that the pan is hermetically sealed during cooking, you may now turn it upside down, something you should, of course, never do when in regular use. Cooking times depend on the dishes you are preparing. You will find a table with cooking times for different foods in the manual that comes with the pan. This manual offers you many useful tips. It is therefore worthwhile to read it well. When you are finished cooking the dish, you should first lower the pressure in the pan. You can do this in 3 different ways. The best way is to put it under the tap and allow cold water to run over the lid. This way, there is no evaporation of steam and all valuable smells and flavors are retained in the pan. As soon as the blue point has fully subsided, you can free the bolting of the lid by means of the blue slide button and open the pan. This may take some time. The second way of lowering the pressure is sliding the blue slide button on the lid upwards as soon as the cooking time is finished. Now, the vapor will escape on the top side of the handle. This way, some flavor and smell will be lost. As soon as the pressure is low enough, you can open the pan. This means you can only open the pan once the overpressure has actually reached zero. The third way is by turning off the heat and leaving the pan to cool down. You will retain all flavor and smell, but the slow process of cooling down allows the cooking process to continue until you open the lid. This method is, therefore, not fit if you are cooking dishes up to just right, like vegetables or fish. Fissler's Blue Point pressure cooker. Fast, healthy, and easy cooking. No escaping steam, no smells, and no sounds.